Welcome to the Las Vegas Luxury Housing Report for April 2026. Now, while the world waits to see what happens in Iran, clearly this had a negative effect on mortgage rates. Now, the good news, however, is that we've come down from our recent high of 6.6% down to 6.4% as of the date of this filming. So still a far cry from 5.99% in mid-February though. While rates tend to affect traditional real estate substantially more than luxury, today we're going to break down both markets to see what effect the war and rates have had on Las Vegas real estate. So stay tuned as we break down all of the metrics to truly find out how the Las Vegas market is performing. Okay, first up, let's check out the traditional real estate market. This represents the vast majority of sales and illustrates the broader market in general. Then we'll transition to the luxury segment and see if luxury real estate is performing in a similar fashion. So let's see how last month traditional sales went. We sold 1,971 homes. Surprisingly, this was an 8.5% bump from March last year. This also marks the first month we've seen sales increase over last year. Now, this is still 25% lower than our historical average for sales. So while sales are improving, we're still below where we should be selling, by a pretty large margin too. Now, with sales up, let's see what effect that had on the median price. As you can see on the screen now, the median price for existing homes remained flat at $475,000. This is just below the median price of $480,000, which was the same time last year. Next, let's see how inventory levels are performing. We ended March with just over 6,000 homes on the market. This was about a 4% increase in inventory over February. To add some context, we're likely to sell about 2,000 homes this month. Translation, we only have about a 3-month supply of housing. Typically, this signals a strong seller's market. In reality, however, the market is very fragmented. Seldom do you find multiple offers on properties right now. While the more affluent areas such as Green Valley and Summerlin are selling quite well, the outlying areas are still struggling. Overall, I'd say the market is somewhat balanced, but the truth is that it greatly depends on the area and the price range, as we're about to see later when we get into the luxury segment. Now, this leads us right into housing absorption by price range. I created this metric to illustrate how different price ranges are performing. The higher the percentage, the more competitive that price segment is performing. So we'll start off with the bulk of our market, homes priced between $250,000 to $500,000. Currently, 36% of homes in this price range are under contract, meaning when you go to look on Zillow, about a third of the homes that you see in this price range have already accepted an offer. Next, let's check out $500,000 to $750,000. Now, suddenly we see a dramatic decrease in competition. We go from 36% down to 25%. Next, let's look at $750,000 to $1 million. Once again, we drop from 24% last month to only 22%. Now let's get into the entry luxury market of homes priced between $1 million and $1.5 million. This decreased as well from 20% to only 17%. Finally, we have the luxury market of homes priced over $1.5 million. This slightly decreased from 15% down to 14%. But overall, the market declined from 30% to 28%. Now, I've got two takeaways from all this. First, with spring break coming early last month, I noticed a slowdown for a couple weeks as families left town on vacation. Second, we currently have about 100 less homes under contract right now than we did last month. So most likely, the May sales will come in surprisingly below April sales when we revisit this in a couple months. All right, now that we've covered the traditional market, let's get into the luxury space and see if the luxury market is mirroring the traditional market. First up, let's check out sales over $1 million. Last month, we sold 209 homes over 1 million. This was 21 homes more than we sold last March and was more than double the 10-year average of 101. So, how about homes over 3 million? This was even more dramatic. We sold 29 homes last month over 3 million. This was a 32% increase over last March. So much like the American economy, the luxury market and the traditional market are completely inverted. Traditional sales are down by 25%, while the luxury market is up about 25%. Now let's see the average days on market for homes priced over $2 million. While this increased substantially from last year's 44 days to 63, 2 months is still quite strong for a luxury market segment. Now, last but not least, let's check out months of inventory for homes priced over 1 million. We currently have a 7-month supply, and this is identical to what we were working with the same time last year. Now, going back to what I said earlier in the video, when it comes to days on market and months of inventory, so much of this is dependent on the location of the property and whether or not the home was even accurately priced to begin with. Sure, Summerlin and Green Valley homes tend to sell faster, but there's a ton of great homes on the market that aren't selling in these same areas because they're just simply overpriced. This is why it's so important to work with an expert in these specialized market segments. With residential development on golf courses now starting to commence, we've got private member clubs being erected in multiple Summerlin locations like Red Rock Country Club and the Ridges. It's invaluable to have professional insight when making these high-end housing decisions. Well, that's it for this month, everyone. Please help me out by liking and subscribing to my channel. Stay tuned for more luxury property tours, and until next week, deuces.